Hey folks, getting back to 1000%guavo was asking about whether the 2013 horror films will it be worse than last year's. I don't know. It could be, but it could be surprised. But if I'm looking, Handsome Girl Witch Hunters again doesn't really do anything for me, the trailer wise. Mama trailer didn't do anything. Storage 24 I did see was really nothing much to run home about. It has a practical creature. I mean, it was a time waster at best, but Stacie Chainsaw 3D, I already know it's gonna be shit. I've heard a lot of shitty things. I saw a review. I already talked about Stacie Chainsaw 3D. I'm not paying money to see it. You have the fucking Haunting in Connecticut 2 Ghost of Georgia. Let me repeat that. The Haunting in Connecticut Ghost of Georgia. How is it a Haunting in Connecticut if the movie's in fucking Georgia? Connecticut and Georgia are not the same thing. Haunting in Connecticut 2 Ghost of Georgia. Again, it's a sequel to Haunting in Connecticut that doesn't take place in Connecticut. It takes place in Georgia. Georgia. Last Exorcism Part 2, yeah, because we needed a fucking sequel to that movie. Which doesn't have the fucking guy that I liked from the first one. Lords of Salem is Rob Zombie. I'm not a big fan of Rob Zombie. Scary Movie 5, the trailer looked awful. Evil Dead remake, you know my thoughts on that. CDS Chapter 2, I'm interested in. I'm interested in I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart. There's a film called You're Next. Not sure, don't know anything about that. Paranormal Activity 5, tired Paranormal Activities. Then you have the Carrie remake, which was postponed in October. Yeah, another remake. So really, there's nothing in 2013 I'm looking forward to horror movie-wise, but I could be surprised. You never know. Stacie Simms. Oh, by the way, thank you for the questions from everybody. Thank you. Stacie Simms asks, what are your thoughts on Wes Craven's Last House on the Left from 1972? I thought the movie was okay. I do like this song. The road leads to nowhere. But I did not like The Cops, where it had like this goofy fucking comedy. Like, I swear to God, I heard clown sound effects. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know why. I thought a really bad call on their part. I don't know, the movie just, it wasn't really one of those films. I saw it once or twice long ago. It's not really a film that I'm a big fan of. I just thought it was what it was. It was what it was. But yeah, the acting I thought was alright, so. I liked, I think David Hess is his name. I don't think he's no longer with us. But I liked him. I liked that song. I mean, the movie was what it was for its time. But I can't say I'm like a big fan of the movie. Bryan Domer. Always enjoy your videos, man. Oh, thank you. So where do you work? Is it a rental place or do you sell a large selection of DVDs, Blu-rays, or both? I'm wondering how the rental business is doing over there. Where I am in California, the blockbusters are gone, and I think the only rental places are mom and pops, or you can find Redbox. Well, I mentioned this once before, but way back in May, actually the video store I worked at closed down. It closed down because of lack of business. So everything was sold. Everything was closed down. As for what I'm doing now, I mean, like I said, I don't really want to get into that, what I'm doing now. But like I said, you know, nothing really that personal. Like I said, work or, you know, that personal and stuff. But yeah, that place did close down. So, how's the rental business doing over here? Not so great. It went so good, they disappeared. And I was left there like, where the fuck did you go? And, you know, so, in other words, pretty shitty. So, that sucked. Kind of curious about where you live, not details like address or stuff, but it would be cool to see more of your place. What's it look like from the outside? Um, doesn't look like much from the outside. I mean, small town. I'll be honest, it's a trailer because it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper than just a house. So it's cheaper, and it doesn't matter what the outside looks like. It matters what the inside looks like because I'm not staring at it from the outside most of the time. So, what I'm doing for time. Okay. MikeDiFool. Will you ever do video game reviews, playthroughs again? I didn't really do a lot of video game reviews, just ones that people asked me. Playthroughs, I tried doing it one time, but it's hard to get. Because here's the thing, if I do a video game playthrough, it's going to be literally me turning the camera around, put it on this laptop to look at the TV, and I cannot get the lighting right. I'll be playing, and then sometimes the lighting's too dark. Then if I change it, then the light's too bright. And like, I'm playing it, it's too dark. I brighten it up, then it just seems too bright, then I darken it. Then it gets too dark, then I brighten it. Then it gets too bright, and I darken. And it got to a point where this is a pain in the ass. So, what I did long time ago was a program, but it's not really a great program. Especially with this kind of TV and stuff, it's just not a great program to have. It's one of those like one-touch capture, and it really doesn't even give that much great. Like literally, a window would pop up on the laptop, and like I would be playing it from the laptop. Like I would be watching the laptop, and it doesn't really move right. Like maybe you see it, it moves right, but when I'm playing it, it doesn't really move right. Sometimes it's slow-mo and stuff. So it just got to be such a pain that it was like. Again, basically it'd just be from the webcam, turning it around so it faces this TV, and you know the lighting's too bright, too dark, but then it's fine. Then it gets too bright, then it gets too dark, and it just got really annoying. So I don't know if I'd ever do a playthrough again, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, there's so much other stuff too. Who knows? Do you think most horror films now really they rely on gore and blood and not enough on mood and ambience? Not really, because how many horror films nowadays really have a lot of gore and blood? If you think about it. Paranormal Activity didn't, Sinister didn't, and Sinister sucked. I really don't think it's the gore and blood or the mood ambience. I just think there's been a lot of bad movies who have the same kind of ending, or you know, it goes back to the characters. There's unlikable characters, or characters I don't give a fuck about, or characters who are assholes, or characters who are pieces of shit, or you know, Paranormal Activity 4, I didn't want to see it because I saw the trailer and went, it's the same fucking thing, only done much shittier, and the storyline that is fucking thin. Almost as thin as air. Just, so I don't really think it's about blood and gore and stuff, it's just likable characters. A good story, or a story that has a solid ending. And not people just constantly doing stupid shit all the time. I think better writing. Better endings. You know, maybe some more action, or maybe some more blue-collar type of characters. I miss that. I miss blue-collar type of characters. Like blue-collar folks, not just models. Every fucking horror film doesn't need a model who's like straight out of a catalog. Anyway. What video game, comic book, cartoons, or whatever properties would you like to see as live-action movies? I like to see a true Silent Hill. I want to see a guy. I want to see Thomas Jane or someone else to be the lead. By himself in that town, trying to figure what's going on. Have a person by themselves Not like the Silent Hill movie where you have like 50 people in a church out of the blue, which negates the whole I'm alone in this entire town. It makes it spookier. No, have someone actually be alone in the town except maybe a handful of people, but a shitload of creatures and so on and so forth, you're all alone. And I want Thomas Jane to star in it. So I want an actual Silent Hill movie that I would prefer. I'm looking over my video games. I would like that. I would like Dead Space. I think Dead Space would make a fun, hopefully a good movie. Doom, even though I like the movie Doom, I think the definitive Doom movie can still be made and should be made. I don't think it's that tough to do, Hollywood. That's the one if they reboot Doom, I'd be like, yeah, I can see that. I like Doom, I like Carl Urban, I really do. Hell, you could have Carl Urban come back in the Doom reboot. I could see it, you know. But I think definitive Doom could be made. There's a game called Disaster Report. I think that would make a really cool movie. It'd be a big budget movie, but that to me would work. I'm looking through my video games now. Let me check real quick. My video games are right over here, so just look through them real quick. Max Payne. I think Max Payne would make, you know, an actual good Max Payne movie. That would be great too. Then you could do that very easily. Dude Nukem, starring Dolph Lundgren. I'm serious. Dude Nukem, but star Dolph Lundgren. That's what I think they should do. Dude Nukem with Dolph Lundgren as Duke. Did you see a couple of his movies? Hell, even the cover of you see a couple of movies, like he kind of looks like Dude Nukem. I think that'd be a great fit. As for comic books, cartoons, not really. Like comic books, if you want to take the original Ninja Turtles comics and make that into a movie, that'd be great. But cartoons, not really. But you know, those video games, I like to see live action movies. What movies from the 80s, any genre, would you like to see a sequel to, and how would you make them? A movie from the 80s that you like to see a sequel to? Cobra 2. I want to see Cobra 2. And I want Stallone's character to, maybe he's retired, but he has to go back, or he's getting ready to retire, or he's ready to retire, but he has one last mission on the zombie squad, and it's the toughest job yet, dealing with sort of the horrible shit of today. You know, murderers, you know, you have all these sick people. You have people shooting people in theaters, movie theaters. You have people who, you know, like these movies, you know, who torture people, like in Hostel and stuff, or and Martyrs in a Serbian film, like these sick fucks. And they have Stallone's Cobra go after them. You know, it's a whole new ball game. And, you know, people will write Marion Cobretti off as, oh, whatever the fuck he is. But it's a deadlier time. You need some old-fashioned brutality. So Cobra 2. And, you know, this time he has smaller sunglasses. But he has the same attitude. You know, it's an old-fashioned attitude. It's an 80s attitude in this new age, but maybe that's what's needed. And these rapists and murderers and sick fucks and people who kill kids in schools, elementary schools, he teaches some fucking lessons. Because, you know, they're a disease and he's the cure. So that's what my Cobra 2 would be it. What's your opinion on the current Actually, I'll get to that next time because I only have about 30 seconds, so stay tuned for the next part.